I moved into Rosewood Estates for the same reason most people do. Peace, quiet, and decent coffee from the corner cafe. I didn't announce my title or my job. I didn't want special treatment. I just wanted to grill in my backyard, wave at neighbors, and live like anyone else. But then came Karen Whitmore, the HOA president. Karen was the kind of person who used a measuring tape to check lawn lengths and sent warnings if your trash bins weren't flush against the curb. She took her position far too seriously and treated every minor infraction like a federal crime. One morning, I walked outside to find my car, my fully registered, parked in my own driveway vehicle, gone. Not stolen, towed. I thought there had been some mistake, so I called the number on the fluorescent orange sticker she left taped to my front door. "This is due to a delinquent fine of $79 from last month," Karen said matter-of-factly. "You didn't respond to the second notice." "Karen, that fine was for a missed power washing deadline during a rainstorm. I appealed it." "Which I denied," she sniffed. "Rules are rules." "You didn't even wait for the appeals window to close before having my car towed." Karen didn't flinch. "Maybe next time, you'll learn to respect authority." Oh, sweet irony. Because what Karen didn't know, what she never bothered to ask, was that the car she towed belonged to me. Chief Daniel Reyes, head of the city police department. 20 years on the force, 10 as chief. My name was on the department's foundation plaque. I'd personally reformed towing policy abuse 3 years ago after investigating an unethical HOA complaint. I didn't raise my voice. I simply said, "You may want to get a lawyer." She laughed. I went back inside, picked up the phone, and made 3 calls. By 4 p.m. that same day, Internal Affairs was on site. Not at the HOA office, but at Karen's house. Turns out she'd hired a towing company run by her nephew, one not licensed to operate in residential zones. And not only was she bypassing due process, she was profiting from the towing fees. Each violation she enforced added a $50 kickback to her HOA president discretionary fund, which she used for spa visits and board luncheons, which she was the only one invited to. The next day, I walked into the HOA meeting in uniform. The room, usually half empty, was packed. Karen looked up from her chair and paled. I set my badge on the table and calmly laid out the evidence. Illegal towing, failure to respect appeals procedure, financial impropriety, and abuse of power. Gasps filled the room. One neighbor muttered, "She towed the police chief?" Karen tried to defend herself, sputtering, "You never told us who you were." "I didn't need to," I said. "You just needed to follow the law." The board voted unanimously to remove her, but that wasn't the end of it. The city issued fines to the HOA for operating with an unlicensed towing vendor, and Karen herself was sued for personal liability. She settled out of court and moved out a month later. My car, returned within hours, washed, waxed, and delivered with a written apology from the board. Now when I walk through Rosewood, I still get waves, but they're longer, friendlier, and full of newfound respect. And as for Karen, last I heard, she's trying to run a new HOA downstate. I sent a quiet warning to their local precinct. They're watching her closely.